What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into the Sunday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at Sports Talk Matt. We are here on YouTube. We are also wherever you get your podcasts, and now on TikTok. A bunch of you guys have found the Daily Juice on TikTok yesterday. Not bad, right? So if you watch the video, it's nothing special. It's not like I'm posting proprietary information or unique pics to TikTok or anything. I'm just giving us more exposure for the Daily Juice. And if folks like it, great. If they don't, they don't. I think I'm 1-1 on my TikTok picks, which are picks that you guys get during the podcast. So it's not like you're not getting the information that you get each and every morning on this podcast, being brought to you by BetMGM with that $20 offer, $100 regardless of what happens. If you bet the $20, win or lose, you get $100 in free wagers from BetMGM by using the promo code JUICE100 when you sign up for a new account with BetMGM and BetMGM.com and on the BetMGM app. All right, so I got a little loose yesterday, and I was feeling good after a great Friday. So on Saturday, I got a little crazy. We wound up going 2-4, 0-1 on baseball. Cardinals win 3-1. That Giants victory, the run line does not come in there. I did not add anything to baseball, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't because baseball was really crazy yesterday. We had a game that was stopped by a shooting that happened outside the ballpark and rain, and Red Sox play 6 innings. Like, what is that? They play 6 innings and they lose 3-1. We could have come back and won that game against that bullpen for the Yankees. That's kind of a bummer to lose a game to the Yankees like that. But Red Sox Yankees play the rubber match on Sunday Night Baseball coming up here tonight. More on that here in just 1 second. We've got the final round for the U.S. Open going on. We're watching Brooks Koepka and his lead, which is, I think it is 5 strokes. I think that's right. More on Brooks here in just 1 second. Taking on a Bryson DeChambeau, who did not play all that great. He could play great on Sunday, but, you know, Bryson could shoot an 83, and who knows what could happen to him. So more on that here in just 1 second. We go 1-2 in basketball. Poor Phoenix Suns. I mean, we're going to look back on the end of Game 4 and that turnover by Chris Paul. They could have been up 3-1. That awful fourth quarter. They could have been up 3-1 going home. And if they lose, it's 3-2, and they're going back. You know, Milwaukee's got to win Game 6 to force a Game 7, and at worst, you have a Game 7 at home. Now the Suns have to go to Milwaukee and win, and that was a wire-to-wire win for Milwaukee. There was never really – I mean, it got close at the end, and it came down to a couple of possessions. But, I mean, Milwaukee just was the better team all the way around. And we got the Pat Connaughton pick right with him hitting over 1.5 threes. Jay Crowder ends up with 18 points, rebounds, and assists. We needed 1 3-pointer, 1 more 3 from Crowder, and we cashed that prop. So unfortunately, we don't get that. The first half wager, -2 for the Suns, or 1.5 for the Suns. That does not hit. The Bucks had a 3-point lead at the break. Bucks win the game. Suns do not cover. It was a big win for the sports books. So a 1-2 day there. And then Miesha Tate, we got that right. Miesha Tate was going to win her fight. So she wins her fight. The Charlo fight goes to a draw. I mean, it was an unbelievable fight. 12 rounds, goes to the cards, 1 for either fighter. Cardano gets 1 card. Charlo gets 1 card, and then a 114 card for the third judge. Just typical boxing. I mean, just so typical of boxing. Like, it would have been a tough decision for either fighter to lose. They'll run it back and do it again, but since belts were on the line, let's just split the pot and just say it was a draw. Well, that turned the moneyline parlay into just a Miesha Tate moneyline bet win at -150. So Tate winds up winning. I don't know what you guys got the odds at, 150, 155, whatever you got. I got it at 150, whatever you got Miesha Tate at for a money line, along with the Charlo money line, which was 235 for me. That's a push, and it turns into a money line win. So I had Tate by decision. It did not come in. She TKO'd, and she finishes Renault on the ground, and Miesha Tate did a great job in the third round. I thought that thing was going to the cards. After the first 2 rounds, I didn't see a finish coming from Miesha Tate. Very happy for Miesha. Really big win. That was the only bet we had on that card for UFC Fight Night 31 for Vegas. Now, got a bunch of fights, good fights coming up in July and in August for the UFC, including next weekend. But so it's a 2-4 day overall. And normally, when you guys know this, when I go 2-4 and I have kind of a rough Saturday, I tend to go a little lighter on Sundays. It's just kind of how I am in the summertime because of how heavy we are on Saturdays and Sundays, both in college and pro football during the fall, that I tend to kind of, baseball is very screwy on Sundays. and I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to add a baseball play, probably Red Sox Yankees, before the game goes off. I want to see where the money is. I want to see what the public is betting. I'm seeing money on the under come in at 9.5. I'm tempted to take the under because of the Yankees' inept offense. But Martin Perez going for the Red Sox scares the heck out of me. Lefty pitcher who gives up home runs like crazy. So it's a little bit of a scare for me. So the baseball bet is going to be on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get into the Discord channel for us. Underneath me on YouTube, a link that will take you there. I'll give you one more bet on the Discord channel in baseball, most likely Red Sox Yankees on Sunday Night Baseball. I'll have something going for you. But let's talk about the Open Championship right away. Now, if you're on the Discord channel, I have already given you this bet, okay? Because this bet goes off at about 5:55 Pacific time, I think it is, 8:55 Eastern time. So hopefully you've got this early in the morning. If you want to play this, you can jump on. So I've got Brooks Koepka up against Bryson DeChambeau for 1 unit, okay? I'm going to double back down on this, okay? I'm going to double back down on this, and I'm going to give you another Brooks Koepka bet in round 4. So Brooks Koepka is right now tied for the 5th best 4th round scoring average on the PGA Tour. Okay, he's been phenomenal in the 4th round. Majors, this is what this dude lives for. He shines. He shot a 72 yesterday, 2 over par in the 3rd round. He shot 2 over on the front and even par on the back. That's not going to sit well with Brooks Koepka, okay? So Brooks is starting the day at 3 under par, tied for 25th. He has a head-to-head up against Dustin Johnson, where Brooks Koepka is even money against Dustin Johnson. I didn't like the way Dustin Johnson played yesterday. He shot a 73. He went 68, 65, 73. But Dustin Johnson's 4th round scoring average right now on the PGA Tour is tied for 61st. Now, is he capable of going really low? Yeah, that's why he's the favorite here. But he went 3 over on the back. He went even par on the front yesterday. He went even par on the back, 2 bogeys and 2 birdies. He birdied the 14th par 4, and then he birdied the 16th with a really good shot, but he bogeyed the 4th, bogeyed the 7th, bogeyed the 8th, bogeyed the 10th, and bogeyed the 11th. He shot a 73. Now, we've got a 1-stroke advantage for Dustin Johnson going into the final round. If they shoot the same score, Dustin Johnson finishes ahead of Brooks Koepka by 1 stroke, but we push. This is a 4th round only head-to-head, okay? Not for the tournament. This is round 4. I think Brooks Koepka is going to have a really good day. I expect him to shoot really low, and I'm sorry, I was wrong. The tee time is 4 a.m. Pacific time, 7 a.m. Eastern time. So 4:40 for Dustin Johnson, Pacific time, 7:40. So these two guys teeing off very, very early. But again, in the Discord channel, I've already given you guys this wager if you want to jump on it. Brooks Koepka, even money over Dustin Johnson, round 4 bet at the Open Championship. I'm just riding Brooks Koepka to be phenomenal here on round 4 like he has been in beating Dustin Johnson. He is well off the pace, okay, in terms of being competitive to win this thing. He's 9 strokes back. So chances are he's not going to win this thing, and chances are he's not going to get into the top 5. But I think Dustin Johnson might be in for, another kind of rough outing here, and I'm going to take Dustin Johnson to have, a 70-71, somewhere in that range, and I'm going to take Brooks to go like 66-67, somewhere in that range, much like he had in round number 2, to come back here with a low round after not playing well in round 3, playing much better coming up in round number 4. Okay, so we have the 4 total finishing position. Brooks Koepka over Bryson DeChambeau for 1 unit at -165. We already made that bet. I'm coming back here, doubling down on Brooks Koepka to go better than Dustin Johnson to beat DJ here in a head-to-head for a half a unit. Even money, Brooks Koepka over Dustin Johnson in the 4th round of the Open Championship. Now, we've got something special for you for the other half a unit. It's the first NASCAR bet of 2021. All right, so NASCAR is being run in New Hampshire. This is a race that's very special to me. I have broadcasted from this racetrack numerous times. I have attended this race numerous times. I have a soft spot for this race at New Hampshire. They give a lobster. They give a lobster. When they award the championship to the person who wins at Loudon, they get a damn lobster. a big damn lobster. So I always want to go ahead and make wagers on this race. Denny Hamlin, he's my guy. Denny Hamlin finished second, 13th, 12th, and 1st over the last 5 races at New Hampshire for this racetrack. Denny Hamlin loves this racetrack, and rightfully so. Denny Hamlin has 27 career starts at Loudon, 3 wins in his history, 11 top 5s, 16 top 10s. Top 3 finish for Denny Hamlin is plus 110. I got Denny Hamlin for a half a unit at plus 110 to come in the top 3. This guy's got the best average finish among active drivers who have had more than one Cup start at this racetrack. His last win here came in July 2017, but he's, as I said, back-to-back second-place finishes at this racetrack. He's also led a total of 205 laps since 2019 and 2020 and has notched 105 total fastest laps at this racetrack. Joe Gibbs does very well at this Miracle Mile racetrack. Denny Hamlin has had kind of an okay year. Denny Hamlin should have a fast car coming up here at Loudon. Denny Hamlin, top 3 finish, 1, 2, or 3 at Loudon. Our first NASCAR bet of the 2021 season for a half a unit. Let's go, Denny Hamlin. Let's get it. Let's get into the top 3. He very well could win this thing, okay? But I just need it in the top 3 at plus 110 for Denny Hamlin to come in here at the Foxwood Resorts Casino 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Let's talk some NASCAR and let's go. So like I mentioned, okay, I will have a baseball bet coming up a little bit later on. I'll have that for you guys in the Discord channel. That will be one more bet. So we'll have 3 bets total going today, but just 2 on the podcast. Brooks over Dustin Johnson, even money for a half a unit, 4th round only. We've got Denny Hamlin, top 3 at plus 110 at Loudon at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway for NASCAR. And we've got the Brooks over Bryson, 4th round, all 4 rounds in the tournament. We've got that coming up here as well to see if that can cash. Brooks starts with a pretty good lead over Bryson. Hopefully plays really well in round 4, and we cash that wager, and we can double down here and get Brooks over DJ for even money for round number 4. Those are the 2 plays for us here on the Daily Juice podcast. Remember to hit subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe. You have 3 more entries into our giveaway for the Magic Johnson autograph signed jersey, which will be given away later on this coming month. Leave a review on Apple or Stitcher. Take that to bettingpros.com/juice. Fill out the form, and you're entered. That's 1, and then 3 more will come from hitting subscribe on the YouTube channel to be a subscriber for us Betting Pros on YouTube. My name's Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's the Daily Juice podcast brought to you by BetMGM.